Hello, what is up everybody, RL57 here, back with yet another diecast car video, and in today's video we will be talking about the Mini GT Mercedes-Benz Maybach S680, which is in this, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, Cirrus silver, I guess that's how you say it, with Nautical blue metallic. I'm not sure, am I saying both of these names correctly or not, but I'm trying my best to say it as well. I need to do my job, which is basically to tell everything and showcase to you guys, review it. So here is the Mini GT Maybach, where it is a new casting, of course, and basically Mini GT had a pretty good job on this one. And on the let's talk about the box first. On the left side we have this Cirrus silver, like it said, but in the box form, of course. And on the right side we have that basic matte gray, as always, for Mini GT. We have the side illustration for the car, Mini GT, right there. Moving on to the top, we have 516, which is the number of the car registered, I guess. And let's move on to the back. Licensed by TSM Models and TSM again, and Mercedes licensing. There is the barcode if you need it, and by the way, this is right hand drive, so yeah, overall very cool Maybach. And yeah, I guess that's all. Moving to the bottom, ages 14 plus and warning blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and open this one up. So this car, yeah, I would say it's pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty nice, like, I don't know how you say it. It's more to a luxury sedan, I would say. It's quite long, as it's more to like a extended base version, where the car is actually extended, especially for the back doors and the I believe the moonroof, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they've extended the wheelbase, so this is like more to the extended wheelbase version, as I'm gonna talk about it right now. As well, if you guys don't know, this is basically the extended wheelbase version, just if you're wondering, as the Maybachs basically have it, especially on this casting, which is the S680, where it's more to the luxury style of cars. Where it comes to Mercedes, they have the competition to, well, make these like long wheelbase like cars to compete against somewhat luxury styled sedans, or maybe limousines as well. And Maybach is basically like their more top-end luxurious like part of Mercedes, where they basically, well, it's like AMG, but as Mercedes would say, they have another term of what appears to be Maybach, where it is more popular towards its luxuriness and basically comfort and all for the car, and mostly used by VVIPs or anything, mainly for VVIPs most of the time basically. And this car right here in this 1/64 scale model made by Mini GT is a great example. Basically, we barely see diecast brands make these cars, these Maybachs. And this might be the first time I have it in my hands, well, in 1/64 scale version, as not many 1/64 scale like brands normally do Maybachs. I've heard of one brand that previously have done this car, which is, I believe, Master Model. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but I can't really recall whether it's a long wheelbase version or not. But yes, what Mini GT has done right here is the long wheelbase version, as you can tell from the rear doors basically, and the moonroof, if you can see it. And by the way, if you are like, I would say maybe ages 14 or 15 and below, I would highly not recommend you getting this car, as there's one tiny piece of a fragile part where it's very small, very teeny tiny. I'm gonna tell you after I see the car in its detailed form, as well, you might regret buying this if you do hate, well, tiny objects on a 164 scale car. Which, let's take a look, a closer look at the car right now. It's not about any like antenna, like normally how I describe Tarmac Works, where they have like these antennas on the car. No, this is actually something very different, and I don't really recommend people like getting this car as if it's for the extra small part, which I'm gonna tell you after this. Let's start off from the side. Let's move on. Let's start from the rims first. Right here we have lovely looking rims, Maybach styled rims, in this sort of like silvery color. I know they're trying to replicate like the chrome matte silver sort of color, which is cool. I do like the Mercedes logo right there as well. Great attention to detail as well. The side is super clean. We do have a two-tone paint color for this car. There is gonna be a version where it has a one-tone paint, where it's like sort of like a yellowish gold color, which is also coming soon. So far, this is like the latest version, where it's called Cirrus Silver and Nautical Blue Metallic. Now, the Nautical Blue Metallic is, of course, basically the bottom half of the car, whereas the top half of the car, you do have that Cirrus Silver, as mentioned on the box just now. We do have the wheel cap, the gas cap at the back, right there, just if you're wondering. You do have a Maybach logo right here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but you do have a Maybach logo. Sorry for like the lighting. I don't think you can really see that logo that much, but it's fine. So like I said, the door is extended as it's more to a long wheel-based version. And judging by the side mirrors, of course, they are rubber, by the way. So yeah, quite a fragile part as well. We do have colored door handles right here as well, colored in sort of like the similar silver that we have on top. And yes, both rims are the same, by the way, for the front and back. Overall, pretty clean and really neatly detailed. Now, here's where I mentioned that it has a tiny part, and I don't know if you can basically see it or not. But let's start from the headlights. We do have the transparent clean headlights right here. Some of you may have called it lens headlights, but I rather call it transparent headlights right there, which are pretty neat. You do have this massive grille, which of course they are tiny strips of what do you call this, front grille, basically moving downwards, which is cool. And yeah, you do have some neat little details at the bottom here as well, colored in this like silvery chrome. And I do like the silver chrome, like how do you describe this? It's sort of like a outline for the grille, which is neat. Now, the tiny detail, like I said just now, is basically on the hood. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a molecule sized, I don't know, how would you describe this? I don't know, it could be like 1 to 2 millimeters or so, sized of a Mercedes badge right there, which is, yes, it is very thin. I don't know if you can probably see it or not, but there it is. It's actually really small and tiny. I don't really recommend those who are like, I don't know, beginning to collect mini GT or so to get this car. Not really recommended by me, as it's quite a tiny piece right there. I mean, it's so hard to, look at it. Basically, it's pretty much very thin and tiny, by the way. Not really recommended for you guys that are like, I don't know, like rough sort of like collectors, by the way. If you are like pure collectors where you keep like keep it in like a safe case or anything, then yes, I do recommend you getting it. But if you're a Mercedes fan as well, maybe Maybach fans, then you best get it. But I don't really recommend like beginners to collect Mini GT to basically get this car. This is just like, it's too small, by the way. It's like really small. I'm even scared to just like go near it, so yeah, best not to. By the way, let's move on actually. So for the hood, of course, we have that Cirrus silver again running throughout the hood. The hood's pretty clean, do really like it. And let's move on to the windshield. The windshield is regular tinted, by the way, and also blacked out interior. Love to see that. Now, how do I show the moonroof for the roof? So here is the roof. Sorry for the fingerprints there. I must have touched the roof just now. But yeah, you do have the moonroof right here, which is like you're able to see it from the front row of seats and the passenger seats as well. The driver and passenger seats as well, you're able to see it from there, which is pretty cool. Here is the side, which is, yeah, overall pretty clean and very nice. Do really recommend it. It's quite cool. I do really like that. Here is the side, and let's move on to the back. Quite scared to hold the front, by the way. So let's see the back right here. And what does that say? Maybach, is it? Yeah, on the left I believe it says Maybach. Yeah, Maybach S680, right? S680, yeah. S680 Mercedes logo right there in the middle as well. You do have the transparent rear lights right here, which are colored in red, which are cool and very nice. No license plate or anything, pretty clean and nice. You do have brake lights as well, and judging by the back, you do have exhaust tips as well, which is pretty cool and pretty clean at the same time. And let's move on to the base. Kind of scared to hold. Oh no, I'm holding it the wrong side. Don't want to touch the hood. So yeah, let's move on to the base right here. Metal base, by the way, matte black. Mini GT, made in China. And yeah, I'm done with the car. So let's put it on the turntable and let's finish off the video, as I do not like to touch this car a lot, as well, you know me, I actually don't like to, I would not like to review this. It's really hard for me to review, as that thing is just getting in the way. It's like you need to be careful with every single touch you do with this car, as the Mercedes logo is just too small there on the hood. Like, how did Mini GT even manage to put that into place? That's so small that you could barely even see it. Like, I mean, if you like put it under like light or something, then you are able to see it, but if not, you won't be able to really see it in person. And yeah, it's still a nice car, not gonna lie. I do really like the details that they've done with the car. It's super nice. I do really like the whole like design of the car. The two-tone paint job just makes it more luxurious. It's like compatible, compatible, sorry. It's more compatible against something like a BMW 7 Series, some sort. Yeah, it's more to that luxury like styled car, you'd say. But yeah, overall, Mercedes-Maybach S680, my Mini GT. It's a total great car. I mean, it's a nice car for you to collect. But I highly don't recommend those who are beginning to collect Mini GT absolutely get their hands on this car, as you need like at least some experience with Mini GT, getting well with their like rubber side mirrors, their fragile parts that it has, especially with this tiny looking Mercedes logo or badge, however you want to say it, is just too small. Like, anything that drops onto this car, like for example, if you may have, I don't know, maybe dropped something like a certain box or anything onto this car, bare hands or anything, or maybe you accidentally touched it with your own fingers on the hood, there is a possibility that you may even break it, or at least it's gone missing. That's the thing. And that's why I highly don't like to actually review this car, as I'm scared that I might get my hands on that logo actually. But yeah, overall it's such a nice car. I do really like it. The details are awesome. It's just a majorly great, how do I say it, more to like luxurious comfortness type of car, I would say, by Mini GT. Overall, I would say it's quite better than the BMW 7 Series that I actually reviewed previously in black, but well, except for the Mercedes logo part, that's for sure. That's not really recommended, as well, you know, like I said just now, it's so small, really fragile, and I highly don't recommend those who are like beginning to collect Mini GT to absolutely get this car. Even though they may like this car, you better get used to like collecting these like detailed cars, at least maybe like the top of the range sort of die-cast cars, or else you might actually have a possibility of breaking that thing. Like, it's just way too small. But overall, it's such a nice car. I do really like it. The colors are awesome. I like the combination of that nautical blue metallic and Cirrus silver. Overall, it's quite a nice car. Great colors. Sorry if I do mention the like car's colors wrongly or anything. But yeah, that's my review of the Mercedes-Maybach S680 by Mini GT. Overall, such a nice car. In fact, I do really like it, but sadly, I don't really like to review this sort of car. I might not buy another one anytime soon. But yeah, there you go. That's my review of the Mercedes-Maybach S680. Once again, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. See my other videos. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you soon. Bye bye.